Hello everyone, my name is Mac Robinson, and today I'll be presenting our office hazard analysis report we did on the University of New England in Portland, Maine. Firstly, what we do is we do a site visit, we gather information by filling out a site analysis sheet and an employee questionnaire, and then in the end I will sum up our report findings and give suggestions and recommendations as to how to fix those. Here you'll see your company background, demographics, the average age between 22 and 50, the split between female and male employees, the average shift, which is 8-hour shifts, and the breakdown of breaks taken throughout the day, what the employees typically do, and the findings we had on there were no OSHA reports or visits in the past. Here you'll see the identified hazards. I'm not going to go into each one here, but I will later on when we do the recommendations. The four main categories analyzed by the JCQ algorithm were decision authority and decision latitude, or the amount of say an employee has in a task, and the physical job demands, or the amount of mental strain and stress required to do the job. Scoring very closely to the national average is a good sign. The employees in the UNE Office setting experience slightly more skill discretion than the national average, and that's most likely due to a variety of tasks around the office. Office employees at UNE also experience a slightly lower JCQ score for decision authority and decision latitude, meaning that they most likely do not feel they have enough meaningful say in the decisions and the work that goes on in the office. Finally, UNE Office workers scored higher than the national average on the psychological demands required to do the job. This implies there is slightly higher than average mental stress and strain, which could be a result of a busy and knowledge-filled job description. So here we have the identified hazards and their recommendations. Firstly, we recommend the creation and implementation of a health and safety committee for the office setting. The committee will be charged with identifying the hazards and instituting plans and training to avoid potential hazards, and the record keeping and data paralleling these occupational concerns. So one of the occupational concerns was that the neck was bent at a 45-degree angle. And this is due to employees sitting at computers for all day. Some suggestions we would employ would be to correct the keyboard, mouse, and computer monitor height and make available adjustable chairs and desk heights. Another identified hazard would be the repetitive hand, wrist, and finger motions due to constant typing. To account for these, we would ensure proper keyboard and mouse height and make available speech-to-text options, which is basically just employees dictating to a headset rather than typing manually. A third identified hazard we had was poor air ventilation, or employees sitting directly below vents. This is easily fixed by basically reformatting the seating chart or by installing different types of ventilation. Air quality and temperature. The temperature was measured at 25.5, which is about average. It's a little bit warmer, but it's not bad. We would suggest you to test the air quality and install filters on the heating and cooling units to improve the air quality. Drive-through kind of piggybacks off of the air quality, and we would suggest that, again, you control the temperature in the air filtration systems and install automatic humidifiers or dehumidifiers, depending on the season, directly onto the heating and cooling systems. The noise level and light level were measured, and they're about average. The noise level was a little low, and same with the light. So to account for those, we would suggest that you invest in cubicle fixtures and arrangements that can aid in muffling sound, phone, computer, and other noise-making objects kept at a reasonable sound level, and consider adjustable window blinds or newer and brighter energy-efficient bulbs. Lastly, the survey that we conducted brought out three questions, I guess you could say, that raised kind of concern. Employees strongly agreed that their jobs were very hard. They disagreed that they had freedom on how to do their job, and employees agreed that their job included a lot of repetitive work. To kind of accommodate for some of these problems, we would institute more break periods, mandatory lunch hours, limited overtime opportunities, or hiring more employees to delegate large projects to. We could allow for more meetings and open communications between employees and managers, and institute cross-training opportunities to avoid repetitive work. Thank you very much. Enjoy your day.